these first two are similar to a lot of emails we got, hundreds that fit in this general category. So one is from Ellen, who says, how do I talk to my 20-year-old niece who believes that the world has just ended? Which is an important one to know. And then Rebecca says, how do we move forward with our fellow Americans that are Kamala Harris voters?
Well, those are, similar answers to both of those questions. I mean, I really think, look, if I were trying to make my friends who are liberal feel better about Trump, I would say we've had 4 years of Trump before, we moved on, and the Democrats were back in power. And if you look at the history of our country, that's how this will go too. More than likely, Trump will do a bunch of controversial things that Republicans love. And then if history is any guide, the Democrats will vote Democrats back into power in the House or the Senate in the midterm elections. And the Dems will reclaim one of those bodies and will be able to thwart Trump's legislation. Right now, they don't have a filibuster-proof majority in the Senate. So the Democrats can thwart major Trump legislation that they feel is too right at this very moment. So the Republicans won, but they didn't win enough to really, push through all their favorites. And they only have a 4-seat majority in the House. So all that's good news to Democrats who want to see Trump stopped. The executive order game, that one's on for real. And it will make an impact, especially when it comes to immigration. But look, Trump issued a bunch of executive orders on immigration. Biden undid them all and had a massive impact on places like the border. And Trump's now going to try to reinstitute them, and then it will flip back the other way if, again, history's any guide, because the Democrats could win the White House in 4 years. So it's like, you just need to calm down. We have these 4-year terms in the White House for a reason. We only have 2-year terms in the House. So it really does allow one side to regain power. And also, take a deep breath and realize a lot of what you've been told about Trump is by crazy media people who just loathe him. Turn off MSNBC, turn off CNN, tell them every morning, and they're leftists, so tell them to do what I do. Listen to NPR and their little Up First, 15-minute broadcast, which is totally insufferable. I cannot stand it. More than anything, I hate their stupid, weird music. I hate the way it makes me feel. It resonates something deep in my soul that is very jarring, the way you'd feel if a serial killer came into your bedroom at night. I hate it. Okay, but I listen to it because I want to know what the left is saying and spinning. And then go get a broadcast like ours or like Morning Wire on the other side that will offer a more fair and balanced view of the news. And that way you can prevent yourself from being totally indoctrinated and rattled by news about Trump. But during the Trump presidency, the last thing these people should do is just consume a diet of MS or CNN or even the mainstream. It's only going to lead to more stress and consternation.
Good advice. I hope they take that. Got a long road ahead here, but it should be fun. It'll be fun to cover. Yeah. We got a lot of questions also about your appearance last week at the Trump rally. Jane says, flawless job at the rally, persuasive, smart, and well-delivered. And then she wants to know, what did Trump whisper to you when the two of you hugged at the end?
I don't remember specifically. I think he said something like, great job, thank you. He was very, very nice. He and I spoke beforehand, behind the scenes when I greeted him there, and that was really nice. We caught up. He was very, very happy with my appearance on Bill Maher, which I think I told you, and was saying all sorts of really, really nice stuff. He and I are in a good place, and so I enjoyed that. And after the actual speech, it was just pleasantries and then goodbye. So it was a thrill being up there. It was great to see him, and it was just, so much better to the next night watch the returns come in and see that man over the top and restored to power in a way that's going to make profound difference in the country.
That's great. All right, last one, a little fun here. Tracy says, you make a lot of movie references, and you do. That is definitely true. When do you have time to watch movies, and what is your favorite movie?
Well, you'll notice most of them are from the 70s, 80s, 90s, and early aughts. I used to have a life. Now I just consume news in almost all my waking hours. We all do. It's a sickness. Honestly, if you could see the amount of time. I've got a question for you, Steve. When you get your little notification from your phone about how many hours you've spent online on an average daily basis, do you get that thing? What is it normally?
Yeah. Well, I should just say, I have to be on my phone for the show because that's 3 hours a day right there. It's about 9 hours.
Yep. Same. Mine is like at least 10 hours. You average 10 hours a day because I'm constantly listening to you on podcast, or I download so many news articles on VoiceStream and I have them read to me, or you can go to National Review Online. They already have the press play to have their articles read to you, which all of them should have. I wish all of them would do it. The New York Times does it. Wall Street Journal does it. Anyway, or you're on Twitter, it's like, or we're all texting, we have our producers text chain where we're all exchanging news. Like, it's a full-time job. So I don't really have a lot of time for movies these days, but I do watch some Netflix. I'll tell you what we watched lately. All I did was watch TV growing up. I really didn't study. I didn't do that well in school. I had some friends, but we just watched it. It was the 70s. My mom paid no attention to me, so I watched TV and ate a lot of McDonald's. So now we watch some Netflix. Doug and I just watched, it came out a couple years ago, Escape at Dannemora, which is about those two prisoners who used that prison guard up in northern New York to help them break out of prison. And then they went on a whole wild goose chase with the cops. After this was over, Doug spoke to Sarah, my hairstylist, who she comes in the morning 3 days a week. And he said, Sarah, we're going to have a talk about curating our list that you recommend such that it doesn't have so many unattractive characters, and it certainly doesn't have them finding carnal knowledge of one another so frequently in the film. It was, I guess they were made to look unattractive because Patricia Arquette is not that unattractive. And it was so jarring. I did not need to see. It was like that wicked.com website, the scenes I saw in there. Putting that aside, it was interesting to watch that movie, and I enjoyed that. When it's available, we watched that show Severance, which I really liked. Also by the same director, by the way, Ben Stiller, who I can't stand his politics, but I'm enjoying his output. I'm not going to lie. Escape at Dannemora was a little slow. It was 8 episodes. It could have been done in 4. God, I don't know what else. Oh, we watched the Martha Stewart documentary. Steve, have you seen this?
I haven't seen it yet. I know. I hear more and more people watching it.
It's really good. I had no idea. Like, all the stories about her. She's pretty frank about her foibles. She had an affair on her first husband, which it's amazing. She's like, her first husband, she says, cheated on her with this woman she brought on their property. As she puts it in the film, I gave him a snack, provided a snack for him on my own property. But she apparently cheated on him first. But there's a scene in which she's like, I guess I'm just a swan. I'm a swan who mates for life. And then he betrayed me. And the producers are like, well, you cheated with that Irish guy. And she's like, what? And she admits it. Like, well, so you're not a swan? Anyway, I loved it. But we don't have a lot of time. Long-winded answer to tell you, I don't have a lot of time for TV. If you've got any recommendations, though, I'm taking them. Megyn at megynkelly.com. You know how much my family and I love our dogs, right? Yes, even Strudwick. I can't imagine life without them. But look, not all dogs are as lucky as my dogs are. And this is why I'm so glad to tell you about Delta Rescue. It's the largest no-kill, care-for-life animal sanctuary in the world. These animals need help. And these guys have rescued thousands of dogs, plus cats and horses too. They provide all the animals with shelter, safety, and most of all, love. And they've been doing it now for more than 45 years. Delta Rescue relies solely on contributions to stay open, and giving can bring tax benefits too. Speak with your estate planner about how you can grow your estate while helping these animals in need. And check out the estate planning tab on their website to learn more. We love our Thunder and Strudwick, but would like other dogs who need love to find it too. Visit deltarescue.org today to learn more. That's deltarescue.org. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.